What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sir Splash, and in light of the Screw Attack company releasing the first preview for their battle and who is going to be fighting, I decided I'm going to go ahead and cover both characters and go over what they bring to the table. And after each of them get an individual video, I will circle back and say how the fight should go, and I'll actually try to predict where Death Battle screws up. Pretty good at doing that. So, anyways, to start off, these two have not that much in common. Like, if you look at it from a very bland, very simple standpoint, their pupil went on to become a terrorist, basically. Sure, they have something in common, but Kenobi and Anakin's connection was way deeper. They're literally brothers. There's just so much stuff. When I actually do the versus matchup, I'll explain the differences between them and why this is a stupid matchup. But anyways, I've decided to go ahead and start this off with going over Kakashi. Now, Kakashi is actually one of my favorite ninja from the Naruto verse. I think he's one of the best written characters. You know, sometimes I rag on Naruto for its writing. I think it's mediocre, but I really like Kakashi as a character, and he's one of my favorites. So I had no problem making content on him. Now, very early on, we see Kakashi is one of the most skilled ninja in the village, which is confirmed later on. But he fought Zabuza, one of the premier assassin ninja in the Naruto verse, and that's when we see Kakashi first use the Sharingan. Now, the Sharingan inherently is in the Uchiha gene pool, but because his best friend in his childhood youth, Obito, thought he was going to die, he gave his Sharingan to Kakashi, and Kakashi went on to master it. With this Sharingan, Kakashi is capable of copying his opponent's movement as they are doing it, and he shows this early on when he was mimicking the movements of Zabuza and copying his jutsu as Zabuza did it. Kakashi also has other jutsus, such as temporary paralysis jutsu, which could potentially be a problem for someone like Kenobi. He can create dozens of shadow clones despite being very low on chakra. And early on, his chakra pool was not that impressive. Like, his good moves somewhat drained him. But going into the war arc, it improved dramatically. Kind of trash writing, but that it is what it is. And one of his more dangerous clone moves is his lightning clone, which can actually, upon death, shock the person that killed it and stun them for a little bit. He uses this against Pain and Obito. Kakashi is also one of the most intelligent characters in his verse. It's actually stated he is smarter than Shikamaru, who is one of the smartest tacticians in the verse. However, I would say they're pretty relative. I think Shikamaru personally is probably the smartest, but Kakashi is definitely up there even without this character statement. He has a keener sense of smell and is a better tracker than Kiba, who literally has a dog sense of smell. And he is stated to be a better technical taijutsu fighter than Rock Lee, who literally only trains taijutsu his whole life. And if you don't know what taijutsu is, hand-to-hand combat. We also know Kakashi is capable of using the first gate for a certain amount of time, and we know that opening each gate amps you tens of times physically. Later on in data books, it is confirmed that Kakashi is the most skillful shinobi in the village as far as the overall package of skills he brings to the table. And, you know, when he fights and he loses, it's never a fight he's supposed to win. That is, you know, the character he's facing just happens to be stronger than him, and it would be very hard for anyone to win in that situation. The Sharingan, like I said, grants the user great awareness, ability to hypnotize opponents, and the ability to copy technique, which goes into the very nickname of Kakashi, which is the copycat ninja, and it is stated he has copied over 1,000 jutsu, but one of the jutsu he uses the most is his right Kiri. The right Kiri is a technique that is actually originally made by Kakashi. Mike Guy states that the true nature of this technique is a regular stab, but the amazing time when you see this huge amount of chakra is gathered in the hand, Kakashi's arm becomes a famous blade that can cut through anything. Now, obviously, it's not cutting through insane things like, outerversal beings or whatever, but it's just stating that relative inverse getting hit by the Kiri is bad news. He was able to briefly outsmart Itachi. Even though he was fighting a clone of Itachi, this is still impressive because nothing implies that clones are dumber or don't bring the same intelligence to the table. He can later on use the technique called Kamui. Kamui teleports the target to the Kamui dimension. As the series progressed, Kakashi became much more skilled with this technique to the point he can take off limbs, teleport entire people, basically snipe you with his eye if you're in his vision. Kakashi also used Kamui faster than 8th Gate Guy, could move just a few yards. 8th Gate Guy should be hundreds of times FTL, lowballing based on his fight with Madara. Kakashi was able to contend with the Jinchuriki alongside 6th Gate Guy. These Jinchuriki were bodying KCM Naruto and Killer Bee, who both are at least FTL, and Kakashi and Guy were just fine. He eventually receives both Sharingan from Obito. These eyes are stronger than previous since they are amped by 6th Pass Chakra. However, I think if they use double Sharingan Kakashi, it's kind of dishonest because that's like a one-time thing. He can go intangible with Obito's eyes, and we do know Obito was able to stay intangible for 5 minutes straight, so Kakashi should be able to go longer. But I like I said, I just think using double MS Kakashi's kind of dishonest. Anything the Kamui Raikiri touches instantly gets teleported to Kamui, so if he tags you, you're gone. He ends up developing with double MS a perfect Susanoo that can even fly. Naruto claims that this is cooler than Sasuke's, which is likely referring to its power since Naruto can sense chakra and doesn't know of the Susanoo's hacks yet. Sasuke could scale around to star level to solar system level power at his highest point, since he's somewhat relative to Kaguya in battle, whose dimension held stars in them, so you can scale Kakashi to this as well. Kakashi can casually throw multiple Kamui Shuriken, which teleport whatever they touch to Kamui, and they are massive in scale, so that would be an issue for Obi-Wan having to contend with and dodge. But like I said, it's very hard for me to honestly put DMS Kakashi in this fight because it's like a one-time amp. It's just not honest to his consistent skill set. Normal MS Kakashi should scale around planetary levels of AP since he was relative to Obito, who was scrapping with KCM2 Naruto, which has all the powers of the Nine Tails. Actually, you could say maybe it's higher since tail beasts are stated stronger when working with their host, and we know that based on scans that the Nine Tails sealed inside Naruto is a powerful force that could easily turn the world to ash. Anyways, that's it for the video. Let me know what you think of Kakashi, if you like him, if you don't. Like I said, he's probably one of my favorite Naruto characters, up there with Jiraiya. This is a bad matchup. I think it's a stupid matchup putting him against Kenobi. On the surface, maybe you might imply they have some things in common, but I really don't believe that. Anyways, I will be coming out with a Kenobi video soon, and then I'll do this battle and talk about how it should go down and where I think they'll mess up. Let me know what you think of the video. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Send this to your friends. Anyways, it's been your boy Sir Splash, and I will see you all later. Peace.